A woman's refusal to move her feet for an elderly passenger sparks a powerful lesson from a flight attendant. What seemed like a simple gesture soon turned into a moment of reflection, showing the importance of kindness and respect for others. The steady hum of jet engines filled the cabin as passengers settled in for the early morning flight from Atlanta to New York. The nearly full plane carried a mix of business travelers and families, creating a typical, uneventful atmosphere. Among the last to board was Jacob Wilson, an older gentleman with a dignified presence. He moved carefully down the aisle, his measured steps revealing his age. A retired educator, Jacob was looking forward to visiting his grandchildren. When he reached his assigned seat, 12C, he found a young woman occupying 12B. She appeared to be in her early 20s, casually dressed and lost in her music, her feet stretched out into the space of the adjacent seat. Jacob gently tapped her shoulder to get her attention. The young woman, Jennifer, pulled out one earbud and glanced up, her face showing a hint of irritation. "Pardon me," Jacob said politely, "but would you mind moving your feet so I can take my seat?" Jennifer barely glanced at Jacob, rolling her eyes as she shifted her feet only slightly. Though he managed to sit down, her feet remained intrusively close, a blatant sign of disrespect. As the flight attendants prepared for takeoff, one of them, a seasoned professional named Linda, noticed the uncomfortable scene. With over a decade of experience, Linda had a sharp instinct for detecting tension among passengers. She approached Jacob and Jennifer with a warm smile. "Good morning, dears. Is there anything I can assist you with?" Linda asked, her tone gentle but observant of the underlying unease. Jacob returned her smile, though there was a hint of discomfort in his eyes. "No, thank you. I'm fine," he replied, though his body language suggested otherwise. Jennifer, however, didn't acknowledge Linda at all, her focus remaining fixed on her phone. Her feet still encroached on Jacob's space, indifferent to the tension brewing beside her. Linda's smile faltered slightly as she decided to tackle the issue head-on. "Miss, could you please move your feet? It's important that everyone has enough space to be comfortable." Irritation flashed across Jennifer's face as she looked up. "I'm comfortable just the way I am. Why should I move my feet?" Linda maintained her calm, though her gaze sharpened. "It's a matter of respect and courtesy. Please move your feet." With a huff, Jennifer reluctantly complied, placing her feet on the floor. Linda thanked her and continued down the aisle, but she kept a watchful eye on the pair. Jacob, despite the small victory, struggled to shake off the disrespect. Jennifer's attitude weighed heavily on him, stirring memories of the subtle slights and moments of prejudice he had faced throughout his life. Midway through the flight, Jacob felt the need to stretch his legs. He stood up carefully, leaning on the armrest for balance. When he returned, he was disheartened to see Jennifer's feet once again encroaching on his space. Letting out a heavy sigh, his patience was running thin. "Excuse me again, miss," Jacob said, his voice still composed, but now carrying a note of frustration. "Could you move your feet so I can sit down?" Jennifer glared at him. "Why don't you sit somewhere else?" "There are plenty of open seats," she retorted coldly. Before Jacob could respond, Linda, the attentive flight attendant, approached again. Sensing the tension, her tone had shifted to a more authoritative one. "Is there an issue here?" she asked. "He's just being difficult," Jennifer said dismissively. "I don't see why I have to move my feet." Linda's expression tightened, though she remained professional. "Miss, this gentleman has the right to sit in his designated seat without being cramped. This is about basic courtesy and respect." Jennifer folded her arms, her defiance evident. "What's the big deal? He's just being grumpy." Jacob's face stiffened at her words, hurt and frustration flickering in his eyes. But before he could respond, Linda decided enough was enough. She knelt down beside him, her voice gentle yet firm. "Mr. Wilson, would you mind coming with me for a moment? I'd like to offer you a more comfortable seat," she said kindly. Grateful for her intervention, Jacob nodded and stood. As they moved, Linda turned back to Jennifer. "Stay where you are. I'll be back to speak with you shortly." Linda escorted Jacob to an empty seat in first class, making sure he was settled comfortably. "I'm sorry for the trouble, Mr. Wilson. Please enjoy the remainder of your flight." Jacob thanked her. Feeling a wave of relief and appreciation, once he was settled in his new seat, Linda returned to economy where Jennifer was waiting, now looking slightly unsettled. "Miss," Linda said, her voice calm but firm, "your behavior is completely inappropriate. Disrespecting another passenger, especially an elderly one, is unacceptable. I'm going to ask you to come with me." Jennifer's earlier confidence started to crumble as she realized the gravity of the situation. Linda led her to a small seating area in the back of the plane, away from the other passengers. "I want you to fully grasp the consequences of your behavior," Linda said, her voice firm and unwavering. "You've displayed a complete lack of respect and basic decency. You will remain here for the rest of the flight, and I'll be reporting this incident to the airline's management." Jennifer's face paled as Linda's words sank in. Realizing she had no room to argue, she nodded silently, the gravity of the situation dawning on her. The remainder of the flight proceeded smoothly. When they landed, Linda made it a point to personally escort Jacob off the plane, ensuring he was comfortable and had all he needed. Meanwhile, Jennifer was greeted by airport security and airline officials who were ready to address her inappropriate conduct further. But Jacob's experience didn't end there. The story of the incident quickly spread among passengers, and a video captured by a fellow traveler soon went viral on social media. The clip not only showcased the disrespect Jacob endured, but also highlighted Linda's firm yet compassionate handling of the situation. Support poured in from all corners, with many praising Linda for her integrity and professionalism. The airline publicly commended her for embodying their core values and treating all passengers with respect and dignity. For Jacob, although the ordeal was unpleasant, it renewed his faith in the kindness of people. The outpouring of support he received reaffirmed that respect and decency still mattered, and there were individuals like Linda who were willing to stand up for what was right. As for Jennifer, the public backlash and formal consequences she faced forced her into a period of deep reflection. It was a sobering experience that made her realize the importance of empathy, and she vowed to change her outlook toward others. In the end, what unfolded on that flight became a profound lesson in humanity. It served as a reminder that, regardless of how brief the interaction or limited the space, kindness and respect should always guide our actions. For Jacob, it was also a testament to the power of dignity and resilience in the face of disrespect. This story offers several important lessons. First, it underscores the necessity of basic human decency and respect for others, particularly the elderly. Even small acts of rudeness can have a significant emotional impact, and everyone deserves to be treated with dignity. Secondly, it emphasizes the power of standing up for what is right. Linda's courage and empathy ensured that Jacob was treated with respect, and her actions conveyed a powerful message about the importance of fairness and kindness. Ultimately, the incident highlighted that our actions have consequences. Jennifer's behavior, followed by the public backlash, emphasized the value of self-reflection and the potential for personal growth. I'm really keen to know your thoughts on this story, so please don't hesitate to share your insights in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and found it engaging, I invite you to subscribe to our channel for more similar content. Feel free to share this video. Take good care of yourselves, and I'm excited to connect with you in our future videos.